What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Oh, I forgot. I'm not going to see Eagle fans, am I? Y'all going to be missing an action. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. But I'm sitting here wondering if I want the Cowboys to win the division, because if the Cowboys were to come back and win the division, and I know they're not going anywhere in the playoffs and stuff, I get that. But that alone means I'm going to be missing all my Eagle friends all summer because they won't be here to troll me. They'll be too scared to show up. Anyway, I'm on the road right now. I'm getting ready to go past JMU. And shout out to the JMU Dukes who are in the college football playoff system. Now, as Charles Haley would say, he played football at JMU. I was on the team. That's a direct quote from Charles, okay? And
Charles.
Oh yeah, exactly. But seeing JMU grow and change and go from Division 1AA, which is what they called it back when we played, to FBS 1, okay? The fact that it was just, I think, 3 years ago that they joined, in their first year won enough that they should have gotten a bowl game just because they won enough. But they had to go through the process of saying, there's so many teams that really didn't qualify that we're going to have to give you an exemption to get in there. The fact that they've gone 12-1 and have been winning the Sun Belt Conference, that they got a bid to be in there as the 12th seed. They take on Oregon, the Oregon Ducks, in the first round, 5th seed versus a 12th seed. And getting there is just amazing and incredible and a great opportunity. But there's some teams out there that are really pissed off that we're going to take our toys and go home. Most notably, Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame is not in a conference. See, that's the first thing that hurts Notre Dame. They just figure we're the Fighting Irish. We don't have to be in a conference. You know, you lost 2 games and so on, but even though it was early in the season, they're butthurt because JMU got in there as opposed to them. And they decide, we're just not going to do a bowl game. You know what? Sometimes it's good to see other teams in there. And I'm not going to say that JMU doesn't deserve to be in there, because you think about what JMU's done, okay? They won a national championship in FBS 2 or whatever you call it, Division 1A as I used to call it. They were in the national championship. No, actually they won 2. They were in the national championship game a couple other times. They were always one of the top teams there. And when you think, this is what was really crazy this year, here it was, when you're the big name schools, okay, like teams that were in the ACC, when you think that Carolina, the Tar Heels paid JMU to come play them because they figured they're going to be a patsy, and JMU blew them out. See, back in my day, JMU in 1983 played UVA as a patsy. That's what they were, okay? You were the slump busters. We played this little team so we can bump up our numbers. And in that game, Gary Clark was a one-man wrecking game. He caught a touchdown pass, he had a punt return for a touchdown, and he had a kickoff return for a touchdown. They beat UVA 21-17. And after that game, UVA said, we're done. We're not playing JMU anymore. That was until about, I think, 4 years or so ago, maybe 3 years ago. They played JMU for the first time since that game in '83. And guess what happened with the Dukes? They kicked that ass. They kicked that ass again. So they have since been taken off of UVA's schedule. So it's not like JMU has not had quality wins, that they have not been an established program. Now, are they one of the big schools that got 50,000 fans, or a stadium that holds a? No. Here it is. It's great for college football to have a team like JMU in the playoffs, as opposed to just the regulars out there. Now, I gotta say, I would love, because this would be the icing on the cake, is let JMU do what they do, which is upset mother humpers that least expected. You can sleep on the JMU Dukes. Go right ahead. to your peril. Oregon, who was, I believe, #1 last year, don't sleep on them JMU Dukes. You know, this is the one shot, the opportunity. And their coach, mind you, here's what's even crazier is their head coach, he's going to go coach UCLA. And this is after we lost our last coach 3 years ago. But they just keep on rolling on down the road. Shout out to JMU Dukes and Notre Dame. I'm not sure how your players feel, because I think that is truly poor sportsmanship, especially when you realize, because this is the travesty of all this. When you play college football, your chances of going on beyond it are not good. Yeah, the Pioneer obviously gets players that are drafted to make the NFL. But for the majority of those players on the team, they played their last game, and it didn't have to be their last game. What a way to end your college career in playing in a bowl game on national TV. And Notre Dame, because of their big-headedness, their selfishness, trying to say, you know, if I can't do the big stuff, we're not going to do anything. You guys screwed your own players. And that's a shame. All right, good people, as always, I appreciate you. Have a great day, and go JMU Dukes.